G'day, how's it going everyone? Now, a lot of you may not know that outside of streaming games on the channel, I've been really invested into Magic the Gathering, precisely Commander.
This Commander deck here has been one of my absolute favorite decks as of right now. So for the Commander, we have Choco, Seeker of Paradise.
So this is a bird tribal deck, so that basically what tribal means is you pick a particular creature type and you build a deck around that. So the goal is we attack with all of our birds and we put a bunch of lands onto the battlefield and we get a bunch of cool landfall stuff in there.
These are some of the cards that I have in the deck that really make this deck pop off. Leyline of Transformation is a fantastic card as it basically allows me to turn all of the creature cards in my deck into birds. So even cards that I do have in here that aren't birds, they become birds, so that way I can get more triggers off of my Commander to get more lands onto the battlefield for those landfall triggers. Imposter Syndrome that will let us copy our creatures and also make them not legendary, so it bypasses legendary rules. So we can even use this to copy our Commander and get even more insane triggers if we want to. We can also make a copy of our creatures when we cast them. So we choose bird as the creature type and we can copy the birds when we cast them. So that's even more copies on the field for more birds. We have some creature token generators such as Rampaging Baloth that has the landfall create a 4/4 green beast creature, and thanks to Leyline of Transformation these will also be birds, so that's just even more bird stuff. So even more triggers from our Commander, even crazier. We have a few others in here as well. Felidar Retreat is another great card for this deck as we can get those multiple landfall triggers for multiple 1/1 counters on all of our birds. Simone is pretty good as well as we can use her landfall ability to cheat out some birds for free, which is freaking awesome. I do plan on taking her out of the deck in the future at some point to build a deck around her specifically.
There was one game where I got lucky enough to put almost 20 lands onto the battlefield and that was freaking awesome. I hope I get to replicate that again in the future because this deck it's honestly insane when it pops off. So if you're a fan of Magic the Gathering and want to see this deck list, definitely let me know in the comments and I can go over to Moxfield and make the deck list and send it to you in the comments. And those of you who are unfamiliar with Magic, I hope you liked this video. It's different from what we do normally on the channel, and if this does decently well, then I might share more of my decks. I've got plenty of Commander decks that I would like to show off and potentially make more content in the future, depending on how this goes. But yeah, definitely let me know what you think. If you want to see the deck list, let me know in the comments and I can put something together.